Hey there everyone, PlayStation 9 back here once again, and I'm finally going to make a video sharing my personal thoughts looking back at my early year of making videos on my channel. Now, when I first founded this channel, I didn't have any motivation to make videos whatsoever. That is until that afternoon on my 21st birthday, on July 20th, 2016, a fellow YouTuber I friended on Facebook named Gabriel Marcato, aka Hero Super 99, said happy birthday to me on my Facebook, and that is when and he inspired and motivated me to make my first YouTube video. And I first got my start in making videos by doing movie reviews on certain sci-fi, fantasy, or horror movies, and my first review was a 1972 horror film called Frogs, which is basically a knockoff of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, and it stars a very young Sam Elliott before he went on to star in other movies like Roadhouse, Ang Lee's Hulk, and We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson. And I pulled out the old MGM DVD of it out of my collection, popped it in my player, watched the whole movie through, and took some notes on my personal positives and negatives toward the movie. Then took some additional notes, but mainly on its backstory, including behind the scenes backstory and its reception, some of its reception it received after theatrical release. And then I borrowed my father's camera and set it up on a tripod in my room, but didn't bother setting up the focus myself. And then I began recording. And then I said I'll be doing some videos randomly, and then showed the DVD I'm reviewing. I mean the DVD of the movie I'm reviewing, and then analyzed some of the cast and crew members, then analyzed the basic plot, and then its backstory, like I said, and then gave my personal positives and negatives toward the movie. And when I'm done recording, I edited the video, cutting out some of my pauses, including the uhs and whenever I'm not talking, and that was it. Now, when it came to my second video, I pulled out a Blu-ray copy of an obscure sci-fi drama called Brainstorm, which I still personally love ever since I first saw the movie upon popping it into my PS3. Thought I would give it my second viewing, but me being the young and reckless person myself that is, thought I memorized the whole movie itself. So instead of watching the whole movie, I instead watched the beginning and end. So when it came to recording my review of the movie, I identified the production backstory of it, and acknowledged some of its critical reception it received in its original theatrical release. But I couldn't properly analyze the basic plot itself, and couldn't process my personal feelings and thoughts toward the movie, saying that Natalie Wood and Christopher Walken was there, and got done recording, and edited out most of the pauses, including including, like I said, the uhs and whenever I'm not talking. I published it and just wasn't really satisfied with the final results of that review. Wasn't really satisfied ever since I uploaded it. I knew I would get criticism for that later on, but I didn't really care. And thankfully I revisited that movie after coming back to YouTube. Finally managed to watch the whole movie through and shared what I really love about the movie personally. Now, over time, as I progress, I slowly manage to improve. I at times have a issue with my father's camera. Like sometimes it doesn't want to record my review. I sometimes have to use my phone if I really want to record my review without any interference whatsoever. And sometimes I have to spoil a certain part of a movie. And sometimes I manage to keep it spoiler free as possible. And meanwhile, I did some Let's Plays of Crash Bandicoot, the first Crash Bandicoot for PlayStation, and also did a little video on sharing some trivia on PlayStation and what I love about it and how it got me into gaming, and at times I would get sidetracked in my reviews, for example, I bragged at why when a certain movie didn't get a special edition Blu-ray release from Shout Factory, and instead of talking about the movie itself, and me being a fan and bragging about me being a fan of a certain franchise like Phantasm, like I did in my review of Phantasm 4, and I would at times misinterpret certain words, like calling the infamous silver sphere famous. Now, if you ask me, do most of these videos hold up? Yes and no. Yes, some of them hold up, but for most of them, not so much. It's just the fact that my editing seems inconsistent, much about how unpredictable my quick cuts are in my reviews, and the way how I misinterpret certain words in my reviews. But I will say it managed to help me improve over time over the past 3 years, and I'm really thankful of my audience and the feedback I receive recently, and I'm really thankful on my collaborations with my brother and meeting new friends on the internet. So before closing this video, I would like to thank those of you who subscribed to my channel, supported me throughout my years on YouTube. I would like to thank Blade Obsession for the really kind feedback. I would like to thank Aaron Penn for inspiring me to do videos throughout my depression and anxiety. I would like to thank my brother Cameron, aka Dinosaur and Pluto, for collaborating and coming to my streams and commenting. And I would also like to thank Gojo851 and Octomarina for coming to my streams and commenting as well. So I would like to say thanks for joining me, taking a trip down memory lane. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Catch you later.